Hi, everyone. Want to talk a little bit about Zoom recording. Quite frankly, we were hoping to have Pro by now where everything's going to be online, but we still don't have an answer of when that is happening. So Dan and I wanted to make sure we would address for everyone where these files are saving, how to get them into Schoology, but also recognizing that if you have technical difficulties, it is known at the district level that this might be happening. What's most important that they are recorded and available right now. We want you to make every effort to put them in Schoology through this, but we also don't, we know that there are some difficulties with it locally until we get the pro version of Zoom up and running. So let's talk about the recordings and the best way to manage this. I actually use the Zoom app for this. You can use the website, but for this, I find it a little easier because it's on my computer to use the Zoom app. So I came down here, I typed in Zoom, and I'm going to open the Zoom app. Just as a side note, oops, it's coming. I keep it pinned down here because I'm using it so much. Once you have it opened, you might want to right click on it. I have it pinned, so my choice is unpinned, but you might want to pin it to your taskbar because I'm using Zoom quite a lot. So let's talk about where it's saving them to start. It is saving them in your documents folder. And I'm going to open a folder here so you can see. So if you come on my computer and come to documents, there is a Zoom folder there. Oops, I went a bit too far there. And if you open Zoom, every time you make a recording, it will label it with the date and the time and the meeting you used because it's going to label all of them if you named it Mrs. Dow's classroom or whoever's classroom, but it is going to date and time stamp it. Inside of there, notice I have not converted this one, and I'll come back and talk about that in a moment. But if I come into this one, this Zoom_0.mp4 is your full meeting. You do not need to worry about these, but if you need your chat, I have it set to save my chat automatically. We're going to talk about uploading. I am going to highly recommend if you need to put these up onto the cloud, you rename them and name them, if it was English period 2 August 28th. Like give them a name that makes sense to you, or you could do ELA if you're an elementary teacher, ELA August 8th, August 28th, whatever it is, rename that. Again, I right clicked and renamed it so that when you upload it, it makes more sense. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. But know that they're in documents and a Zoom folder. That's where they're located. I am actually going to show you how to change that. Some folks are having errors and this is actually connected to our network. So you might be getting some errors for that. I'm going to show you how to change it. You may want to change it to your C media file because that's not backed up to the network so that it runs a little smoother because sometimes that's causing issues. So if I come in the Zoom app, I have my account up here and I'm logged in with my Exeter account and I'm going to come to settings. When I come to settings, I'm going to come down to recording. And here it tells me the location I'm saving them on. So just be careful again when you're connected to the network. This gigabytes may not be accurate and it may be causing you problems. So if I want to change it, I can click change. And again, a really safe place that it might be a little easier is if I go to the C drive and I go to the media folder, it's right in the C drive. I can make a Zoom folder there and it will record to that spot. So that's up to you. If it's working okay in the other folder, I would leave it. Right. So I am going to close this setting window and come back. I'm back at my Zoom meeting. A lot of folks don't know this, but you have your meetings. When you come in, you're on home. If I come to this meeting tab up top, it shows me my upcoming meetings. And I actually use this to manage my meetings. When I want to start meetings, I don't go to the web. I come to the app and start my meetings from here. I can get my link from there very quickly if I need it. However, over to the right of it is all your recorded sessions. So you'll see any recorded sessions you have. And as you come through, it'll click on them, but I can open them straight from here and it will launch that browser window so that I can get to it. And you'll see I renamed that one. So it will launch it immediately. So it's a really nice place to manage everything right from here to be able to open it. Notice this one's not converted yet. A point about that, we know these are taking a long time to convert. And if you have to hop into another session and it's causing problems, you can stop the conversion process. When the window comes up, you just click stop and stop again, and it will convert it later. So what I can do then is come back to this recorded session, click convert, and it will start that and it will bring this window right back up for me again. This is the window I'm saying if it's taking a long time, I can hit stop converting and then stop again, and I can come back to it at any time. So don't feel the need to convert right on the spot, especially elementary teachers. We know your sessions are a little longer. You might need to convert them later. So again, if they need to be converted, there's a button there. This one is converted already. I can play it from here. I can delete it if I need to, or I can open it, and that simply, again, opens it in here. So that's dealing with your recordings. Again, I'm going to highly suggest the next piece we're going to talk about is uploading them. I would rename them so they make sense when you upload them. Okay, let's talk about uploading them. And again, this all becomes a moot point once we get pro, but for now, these files can be big and they may not upload directly to Schoology. What we're going to suggest you do is in Google Drive, go to drive.google.com. We're going to suggest you make a folder, make a new folder, and I'm going to name that folder. I am going to name that folder Zoom Recordings. And this is why I suggested you name them to make your life easier once you get them all up here. Oops, and I accidentally made two folders. So I'm going to scroll down. And when I come down, I should have, did I create it? Let's see if I can find that folder now. I have a lot of folders, as you can see. Oops, no, I reordered them. There it is, Zoom Recordings. So what I'm going to suggest you do is keep that one folder. And for that folder, make your life easy. Share that folder. And I'm going to change the link. And if you need parents to see this as well as students, you need to change it to anyone with the link. I'm probably going to suggest we keep it here at Exeter because then they have to go in through the student account to get the link to it. So make sure that it's Exeter Township School District. You need to explain to parents that they need to go in through the student account to get it and copy. You don't need to actually copy that link to the folder, but make the folder accessible. And now I can do it new again inside that Zoom recording folders and do a Zoom upload. And then you just need to find that folder. Remember, I said it was in Documents, Zoom, and then this was my meeting today. Do I have one that? Nope, I didn't convert that one yet. Let's try a different one. Yep, this one's done. I did not rename it. I should have renamed it, but I can do that here. I'm going to rename it ELA period 2, August 28th. So I can rename it right on the fly here just by right-clicking and choosing rename. I'm going to choose that and I'm going to open it and it's going to load here. It might take a bit. You'll see it's taking a little bit. It tells me how long I have left and I have a long time. So you can walk away from this and then when you're ready, you simply share the link and grab that shareable link to that item and put that in Schoology just like you would any other link. So again, you would just like any file, share it, get a shareable link, and then put that in Schoology. And that is your process until we get ready and move to the pro version where it will all be in the cloud and you'll just be able to share your link and put that in Schoology. As always, reach out if you have questions.